Good morning. Cheers. So the book I'm currently reading right now is The China Study by T. Colin Campbell and Thomas M. Campbell, father and son. Father's got a PhD, son's got an MD. This is my second copy of it. I actually bought this for my dad, but he never actually read it. I read a lot of books, right? Like a lot of books, and I think I'm pretty good at not pulling the wool over my eyes. Either these guys are absolute geniuses and they're just really good at fooling me, or I actually feel like they're not lying to me, because like every point they make, they literally put a reference in it to a study, like a peer-reviewed study, stuff that's been in like scientific journals, and it's actually, even though they've not shown any proof, because there is no proof, but what you can see is like the evidence that mounts. You can't really ignore evidence. Well, you can do, but like I just don't think the bullshit in me, to be honest, when I read it. Maybe I just really like it. Like maybe I just really like the idea of it. Maybe I just really like reading it, and I think, oh mate, I wish it was true. And maybe I am pulling the wool over my eyes. Who knows, mate? Who knows? You just gotta try stuff and do what you feel is like right for you. But I actually tried the diet. It suggests a plant-based whole food diet, and even though I don't stay whole food, like that's my baseline. I just feel like my bones are gonna be strong, my heart is gonna be strong, like when I follow that diet just a little bit. I feel like later on in life, when I'm like 82, I'll still be running miles. Like if I keep that baseline solid. Find your baseline.
Because he's my son. The doctor is the boy's mother. A man is found hanging from the ceiling.
Company. It's called Trip. Just keep an eye out for it, because it's crazy reading these two books at the same time. You get a really big differentiation of opinion. Like, I mean, what happens when you mix science with spirituality? I think it's just one great big conversation, because I feel like that's the only way you get to the bottom of anything, really. And that's why it's important not to just make up your mind and just be like, yo, this is it, this is the only thing, this is my opinion, I'm scared of the outcome, so I'm just gonna make up my mind. I think the best way to overcome that fear is just to accept that you don't know the answer and be like, yo, let's have a conversation about it. This is a cracking book, I'm really enjoying it. It's basically, he gets interviewed by like Howard C. Cutler, who's like a really like stubborn, or he seems stubborn at the start, like scientist, and the Dalai Lama's just dropping some bombs and he's going like, whoa. That's pretty cool. Cool way of looking at it. And the Dalai Lama's whole point is basically like, that like we're quite compassionate and gentle. That's our natural nature. Which I'd like to believe, but that could be naivety, I'm not sure. Just because he's the Dalai Lama doesn't mean I believe everything he says, but he's definitely portraying a message which I can get on board with, you know what I mean? Which I really wish was true, and I think to an extent it is true. Definitely in how you like connect with people and the relationships you have. Like, I think if you come across relationships like with a sort of like a gentle perspective, a perspective of like kindness, then I think you just open the door for like the other person to be at ease with themselves. And there's nothing better than talking to someone who they make you feel like you can just be yourself. I mean, in a perfect world we'd all just be ourselves anyway, but Like my mum, she's great at that. Like when you talk to her, you just feel like you can be yourself. She's really good at that. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. It's just a bit, it's like drinking like a stein of coffee in a row. It just doesn't stop. Sometimes I feel like you need a breath of fresh air and just to relax and go like, all right, there's more to life than just problem solving. Like sit on a bench and stare at some birds and just think, when I say birds, I mean the animal birds, don't just, but just like sit on a bench and like appreciate the sound of birds and trees and stuff. Like I don't think you always have to be like, "Arr!" You just split hairs, it just gets exhausting. Very well written, and he taps into like Marcus Aurelius and like philosophy and stuff, and I love that sort of thing. So I'm not gonna make up my mind. I'm sure if I actually spoke to these authors and had a conversation with them, then I'd feel a lot more open to not just making my mind up. I think it's so important to actually learn how to, what am I trying to say? I'm saying it's so important to actually like read with an open mind and actually not just make your mind up and just assume that you know everything about everything. If you stuck with me this far, we're definitely friends. If you didn't, we can still be friends, provided that you are a sound person. Yeah, let me know what you're reading. Let me know, let's have a conversation about life. Sounds lovely.